Do not leave your house with the concealer still. Don't do that.
Let me get your vibe. Let's just take our time. Just relax your mind. Take it easy.
Hey you guys, so today I'm coming to you guys with a brow routine video. So right now I just have like my bare face, y'all. Excuse how crusty I look. My skin be acting a mess lately, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, I got my hair. I usually be trying to leave out small side pieces, and I stretch them by wrapping them around my ears and just left them there. Anyways, ignore it. So first I'm going to be showing you guys what I use. Before you do your eyebrows though, you really want to make sure that your eyebrows are shaped correctly. I will do another video of how I groom my eyebrows whenever my eyebrows grow out, and it's and I can show you guys how I usually do them. So yeah, but until then, just arch your eyebrows however you do them, however you shape your brows. But you want to try to make sure that you're going by the natural shape of your brows and how they're just like shaped originally. You don't want to like create a whole new brow unless that's what you want to do. So go ahead. But I'm gonna show you guys what I use for mine. Honestly, y'all, I just use a simple I think it's like $1.99. Sometimes it's like a straight up $1 at other places, but this is it's faded now, but this is the Ruby Kisses Ruby Kisses Gold Brow, and this is in the shade light medium brown, and this is what it looks like. They really had some new packaging the last time I went to the store, so I'm not sure if that's just like straight up what they have going on now, but I still saw some of these, but it either looks like this, and then they have it looking like, you know, when the cap is matching the stick. That's kind of what it looks like now, but either way, you know the brand. So if you see it, this is what I use, you guys. I love this, and personally, me, I have oily skin, so when I tried to use like a dip brow before, it was just like smudge, like it didn't look correct. So I stopped using it. I don't feel like struggling with that. I just stopped caring. Maybe later on down in a year or something, or years from now, I'll probably try it, but I don't feel like doing it. But what I use for concealer is this LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the color Fawn. With the concealers, you want to get something that's 2 shades lighter than your foundation. So whatever that is for you, just try to figure it out. But you don't want anything that's like too light, and you don't want anything that's too dark unless that's what you want. So, but this is what I use. This usually is like, I think it's like $2 to $3. I think it's usually $2.99 though. I use a concealer brush. This is also a concealer brush, but this is just not good for doing brows for me. This was like too flimsy of a brush to me. This one is more stern. It doesn't really move a lot, so I like to use like the flat square type. I don't know exactly what this is like called, y'all. I had this for so long, but this is like a concealer brush, I believe. I'm not sure what it's called though. I got this from BH Cosmetics, and this is a Ruby Kisses concealer brush, but I use this for like highlight on my brows because it works perfect for like the arch to me. But I use this as a blender brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. I'm sure you've probably seen this before. This is just my holy grail blending brush. I use this all the time. And then I'll show you guys the rest of the stuff as I'm doing the video, but I just wanted to show you like the base of the things that I use for my brows before I actually get started. So I'm just gonna go on ahead and sharpen my pencil, and then we'll get into it. Oh, that's a thing that I really should tell y'all. I like to keep my pencil as sharp as possible throughout me doing my brows, so I will make sure that it's sharp. Not like every single second, but like when I start on each brow, I sharpen the pencil, unless something happens to it, you know, of course. So I'm just gonna get up close. So this might be a really crazy angle, but this is how my brows are looking. And I just comb them in the direction that my hairs are laying when I start off. And then you want to just go in and create a line. And I kind of start my line. I'm trying to do this on the phone, y'all, and this is kind of looking a mess. So I'm gonna use another mirror while I'm trying to tell you guys how to do this. So like I said, you want to create a line, but I try to create my line a little bit behind the front of my brow. So I'll start a little like right here, and then just go along the way you arched your brows. And I just exaggerate my tail just a little bit just to keep it like sharp or whatever. And then I get to filling in my brow at this point. And in the front, I will go in upward strokes. And then I kind of fill in as I'm doing it, but very, very lightly. And that's how I create the front of the brow. I'm not going to worry about like the smallest little bit that I have like dipped down here a little bit. It's kind of out of line. You guys probably can't see it that good, but that is how it looks starting off. I used to like do the bottom and then do the top, but I stopped doing that because I just change up whenever I want to, y'all. But I just usually start filling in my brow at this point, going in the direction of my hairs. I hope this quality is good enough for you guys, because this lighting in my bathroom is horrible. The lighting in my actual bedroom is horrible. So it's just like, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to get a ring light, but your girl is broke right now. So that's just what I do. And then once I'm like toward the tail, as you guys can see, I start to like do the very top part. And then I just go backwards with it, working my way toward the front. But I don't actually do the front on the top. I really don't, because that's what creates like too much of a square look. So yeah, I don't do that. And I just kind of like to brush it afterwards to kind of blend anything and see if I still have any like gaps. Let me lean this up so you guys can see a little better. And I just try to fill in any gaps that there may be, or anything that just looks funny to me. And that's about all I do for my brows. And then in the front, I will kind of blend it a little more. And again, fill in anything I feel like looks funny. So I do fill in the front of my brows. I just do it in a different way, if that makes any sense. So that is how I do that. I am going to show you guys the process again without me talking and stuff, so it can kind of like be a little better for y'all maybe. But moving on to the concealer. So when I do my concealer, I can back y'all up a little bit for this. It's self-explanatory. You do trace your brow, but I just take the concealer onto my brush and I put it on the back of my hand. And I always just take about this much. I don't take a lot. And then I just kind of like dip. My brush is kind of old, so it has like these little scraggles on it, but it doesn't interfere with me. It probably will later on, but not right now. And I just kind of like swipe the cream to the side a little bit as I'm going in, just to kind of like knock off any excess, if you can see that. And it leaves me with This is not focusing on the brush. Either way, it leaves me with like a little bit of product on the brush. That's the perfect amount for me. And when I conceal my brows, I kind of start a little bit down away from the brow and then work the concealer up. So it won't be such a harsh line right under the brow. And then I like to like blend it going downward. Ignore my eyeball. This is just what I will do as I'm still kind of like going about it. And I just use the excess product and kind of like swipe it on back. I don't really get another amount right here because it would just be a lot. I add what's necessary like once I'm done. I'm just gonna put a little bit more concealer on the end of my brow. Again, start from kind of far below and then do it. And the thing about me and my brows is that I like to do a more natural look for my brows. To some of y'all, this might not be natural, which in all honesty, this kind of isn't a natural brow. But to me, it gives natural. But it's just like, it's like a thicker brow that I don't have. But at the same time, it looks more natural because it's not looking like what they would call the Sharpie marker brow, where it's like square and heavy and thick, and you know what I mean. I get a lot of compliments on my brows, so this is kind of why I feel like I could do a video on it. So there you have it. So I'm not gonna focus too much on blending right now because I do blend once I'm done with the other brush I showed you guys earlier. So I'm just gonna go on ahead and do the top, and I'm not gonna speak while I do that. I'm just gonna show it to you guys. But I'm trying to show you guys me concealing as I'm looking here because it's really hard to look in the phone. So same technique here. I do have to speak a little bit. Same technique here. I'm just kind of going a little bit away from the brow with the product, and when I blend it, I go the opposite direction. So same thing here. So this is the result. I do a lot of blending with the flat brush just because it works better to get really close to the brow. But this is the result of it. This is what we're looking like. And like I said, I want to show you guys me doing the other side. And I just use this brush and I just kind of blend down a little bit. I blend the product down, and then sometimes I just go straight back. Like, those are my blending techniques. That's like so. And then I just like to blend the front a lot. Y'all, do not leave your house with the concealer still. Don't do that. Looking just like this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cause I can't stand when I see that in public. I mean, that's your face, but you look crazy, girl. You look crazy. So yeah, this is just a really good blending brush, you guys. I don't know why this bump came on my eye, but I saw it when I was editing another video, and I was like, my last video actually, and I was like, what the world? I didn't know it was a bump on my eye. My eye was hurting really, really bad. I not just exaggerate, it wasn't hurting that bad, but it was hurting over here. And then next thing you know, I saw that bump, and I was like, what the world? I didn't even know I had a bump from whatever was even going on. Maybe I had some sort of sty or something, but usually when I have sties, they're way bigger than that. So I don't know what that was. But that is the process. I mean, how the eyebrow looks after blending all the way out. And then I take foundation and go around it. I like to use my Juvia's Place Velvet Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade Burkina 310. This foundation is just so bomb. Like, let me show y'all the bumness of this foundation really quickly. I mean, y'all was gonna see it anyway, but it covers hyperpigmentation so well. Like, I don't have to like put layers and layers and layers of makeup on just to get rid of hyperpigmentation on my face. Like, I literally put on a little bit, like this much on my brush, and not even that much sometimes, because I really don't use a lot of product because it's not necessary, and I don't like to put a lot of product on my skin since it is prone to breaking out a lot. I just use a lighter amount of products because I feel like using a heavy amount is like too much for my skin. But this stuff is amazing. Like, I've never had a foundation to hide my really, really dark pigmentation spots like that with just a little bit of product. I'm like, wow. Eye boogers. So you guys see how well that looks under the eye. It looks so good. But yes, this is what we're looking like right now. And I'm just gonna do the top the same way. And usually after I put my, cause I drag my foundation over my eyelid, I usually end up doing a little bit of something to my eye with that, but that's not what we're here for. Just to like make it look even more natural. All right, and when I do this, I just always start with some little dots. If you didn't see me do that the first time, I just put like really little dots of product on. Okay, that was too harsh. Yeah, you can't really see them, but I just put, yeah, you see a little bit right there. Just put a little couple of dots of product on my skin, and then just, I like to pat a lot to blend in this area because it's just really hard to do anything else. And then I like to kind of just buff it out. And that is usually how I do it. And I know some of you guys are probably going to be like, why don't you just use the foundation and conceal the top like that? For some reason, I just don't like doing it. I like to actually still use my concealer at the top because I feel like it just looks so much more cleaner than when I use foundation by itself. I don't know. It makes a difference to me. Let me know if I'm weird or not, but that's how I like to do it. I'm going to keep doing it. Either way, but do any of you guys do that? But after I'm done, I usually just go back in and just brush the brow a little bit more in the front, just to make sure that it's not looking blocky or too thick. And that's it. That's how your girl sweat. All right. My hair looks so out of place right there. There we go. Lay down, stay down. So that is what that looks like, you guys. And I'm just going to go on ahead and do the other one. Sometimes I go back in after I'm done with the concealer, just a little bit in the front right here at the top, because sometimes after blending it'll kind of fade the product and it'll look less sharp. Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. I just said I need to swallow my spit. This is the light to medium one. And y'all don't talk about my stuff. It's built. It's built. I had this for some years at this point. And everything like fell out. I think I used most of this. And then like when I got to the end, it like broke. But then, you know, the highlight still lasts. This is why I really like this stuff. And the highlight looks so natural. And I just take this little concealer brush. And I just pat this right into my arch. I kind of went a little too far up, but that's okay. Just use a spoolie for that. And this brush is really good for blending to me because of how it is. So I just kind of like swipe it a little bit again because I kind of like the natural look of things. And I already did this side. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something. And I hope you go out there and slay. Bang, bang. Maybe you got some cheaper products from watching this. I don't know. But this is what I use and this is how I do my brows. And they look good. And they look good. But yeah. Alrighty. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys are interested in ASMR, go subscribe to my ASMR channel. I will have a link in the DB below. It is called Easy Sounds ASMR if you don't feel like trying to go to a link or something or you don't know how. And I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Don't know if I said that.